This is a masterclass in camp management. So the first thing I do is take a look at the battle that we're about to fight. I have a couple of things I want to do, one of which is disband and reform the cav unit that I got. The other thing I want to do is I now have an opportunity, because I got another corps, to buy a whole bunch of generals and colonels. Now to do that, I have to place all of the generals and colonels that I have in my army currently in inventory and store inside the army. Yeah, I think about not doing that with Forrest because, he should be with the cav unit. So yeah, and I kind of want to put them in order, which you can do. If you take all the colonels out of the army, then they'll be stacked in order. So the other thing I want to do is buy these 24-pound howitzers and create another 24-pound howitzer unit since I'm right here. But I'm getting rid of all the generals and colonels. So that's step one. Then I want to build, expand out the number of divisions through 2nd and 3rd Corps. That will allow me to buy 2 generals and 8 colonels. So, yeah, this is all good. I actually just stacked out some lieutenant colonels in order. So, and the way you do this is this. You take a unit and you just keep moving it down. You go back and forth and you can buy. So I now just bought, I can buy a general here, which I get to do because I put all my guys in the army, and I'm just moving my unit around, and you just go back and forth, and it opens up a new slot, and I just bought 8 colonels. 8 colonels. That is a huge buff to my army, and I'm spending the money to do this because I have a chance to do it right now, and if I do it in such a way, I'll be set for a very long time. You need about, at my calculation, 1,500 1,500, or 50. I just put 1,500 men somewhere. 15 or 50 colonels or in generals in your army outside of division and corps commanders. So, yeah, the faster we build those, the better. And I just got I just got 10. I just got 10 of the total that I need. So just like that. So it was a huge thing. Yeah, it cost some money, but man, it was cool. So what I need to do next is I need to get, and I want to build ballast units. And so I'm kind of building up, kind of moving weapons around and doing stuff. And what I need to do is get everybody into the army that I possibly can. This is also going to cost some money. But at the end of this, I'll be able to, 1, have an entire corps of ballast units, and 2, I'll be able to disband and reform my cav unit. Now, the day after I did this, and I went on to the next battle, I regretted changing him to rifle cav. It occurred to me I should have changed him to artillery, because I use artillery, I don't use cav. So, yeah, and melee cav is useless to me, because I just, not only do I not use it, but when I do use it, I'm terrible. So, and I don't want to get good at it. I don't see any real purpose in it. So, what I should have done is turned it into artillery, and I could have turned it into actually 3 4-gun batteries that would later become 8 or 12-gun batteries of 3-star long-range artillery. So I'd put 4 in right now, add raw recruits to take it up to maybe 6, and then the battle after that it becomes 8, and the battle after that it becomes 10, and then I take it to 12 for the end game. And it'd keep 3 stars the whole time because it'd keep getting kills. So, the only problem would be that I don't have 10-pound parrots, but at some point you get to buy James's, Whitworth's, and I think even 20-pound parrots. So, yeah, those would have been my 3 best batteries. Now, having said that, I didn't do it. I thought about it after it was too late, and I didn't want to go back and replay a battle. I'll just live with it, or maybe if I can get rid of, get everybody into the army again sometime in the future, it might be possible. So what I'm doing is I'm stacking everybody up to 1,500. Not everybody, but the number of units that I'm going to need for the next battle. And I forget how many I can bring. And notice I typed on my units the efficiency at 1500. What I did was I went through and I took everybody to 1500, saw I can bring 8 units. Okay. So saw who my best units were. I want to bring my best units to this battle. Spend as little money as possible. And then I'm going to reshuffle my officers. So I'm not going to bring a 2-star unit in with my Stonewall Brigade. What's going to happen is I'm going to put the lowest level officer I can possibly put there to get him promoted. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And I think we get to do all of this for free now that I've built. See, I wanted to build the army first that I'm going to take into battle, and now I'm going to build ballast units. And that's going to take everybody. I need to take everybody out of the army. And when everybody's out of the army, what I'll be able to do then is reform the cav unit. So taking this right down. Hopefully I don't have to buy any guns to do this.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, this is real easy to screw up. The reason I took all those officers out of the inventory, by the way, all of them, is now I can buy majors. And I'm buying a whole bunch of majors. And yeah, this is just an opportunity. I was able to buy 10 generals and colonels, and now I'm buying a bunch of majors. And the game will give you as many majors as you want. All you have to do is keep buying infantry units. Interesting. So, ballast units lower scaling, reduce scaling for most side battles. You have to actually check to make sure that's actually happening. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes adding too many ballast units screws things up. You know, it all depends. So, yeah, I'm thinking I can add a few more in there, but not 180, and I wouldn't do that anyway. 350 is max size for rifle. So I can push this guy up a little bit, get rid of all those, and yeah, disband him and reform him. And there we go. My thought at the time is, you know, Forest is a cav unit. It's historical, you know, and that's great. I can take him to 350 and he won't lose a perk. So, and that's the max effective size. And now I'm going to disband some units. Because I need to now give the lowest level officer possible to my core army. So I want to put all these lieutenant colonels in. So I'm looking for all lieutenant colonels and get these lieutenant colonels into the next battle and turn them into colonels. And wow, if you add up, let's see, there's 8 of these guys, 10, that's 18, should be 18 colonels created with this one exercise between moving lieutenant colonels lieutenant colonels into the army that's going to go into battle and get them promoted to colonels, plus all of the officers that I just bought for 2nd and 3rd Corps. That should be 18 officers. That is a huge pile of officers. Yes, it costs some money, but I think the 18 officers will, I'll be set for the campaign. And then the rest of the campaign is just, routinely make lieutenant colonels, turn lieutenant colonels into colonels as fast as you can. And again, I'm running out of time to do this because my units are soon going to be too high efficiency to take lieutenant colonels. So I'm trying to max this out as I do it. So yeah, I've done just about everything I can think to do. Yeah, I'm going to want those Maynards. That is not a bad weapon. It's not great. It's not as good as... The Maynard is really a good weapon. I'm going to buy those guys. I'm not going to buy those guys. 20-pound parrot. So, yeah, that was everything I know how to do in camp, and I got everything accomplished that I wanted. If I had to do it again, I would turn Forest into not a cav unit, but an artillery unit, which I would rather have. So thanks for watching, and I hope you got something out of it. Thanks.